Awesome. All right, well, thank you guys so much for coming in. All right, well, let's start at the very beginning. How did you guys all meet? How did this get started?
We came together. We had all been playing in bands around the Triangle for many years, some of us much longer than others. But we, around 2005, 2006, a lot of our former bands were playing together in the Triangle throughout, and Rachel was in a band called A-OK, and Curtis was in a band called The Citizen. James and I were in a band called Ungard, and those bands all broke up around the same time, and that was probably the end of 2006, and then so those all broke up, and then we just happened upon each other and said, hey, it's been fun playing out with you and your band that, just broke up, so let's start one together. And that was, I think we had our first band practice in January of 2007, so.
Well, let's talk about the name. It's quite the unique name. Is there a story behind that?
Not really.
You take this one.
All right. The name is something that John said out loud one time.
That's pretty much it. I'd been in bands that were, had somewhat generic names that would have to change them eventually after we've been together for a while when we find out that there's another band already called that. And so that happened a lot, and I just wanted to make sure that this time that no one could have this name, it's too specific. So that was part of the reason, and it came from a dumb conversation a long time ago and not really worth repeating. It's nothing crazy or embarrassing about it. It's something that came out of my mouth, and someone was like, oh, that would make a silly, kind of awesome band name. So, yeah.
Well, the ages in this band are the differences are huge. Does that become a problem at all when you're writing or recording? I mean, those are two completely different generations, it seems like, that are represented in this band.
We haven't really run into problems because music is kind of a universal thing, but obviously my experience with recording is a lot different. Like, we've recorded in a fully digital studio every time we have, and James and John came up recording, on analog and tape. So, we just have different experiences, and they talk about, when they used to write their favorite band's letters into their favorite labels, and I can't even comprehend writing any band I like a letter. I don't write.
Yeah, we used to.
I don't hold pens.
The only way coming up when James and I were booking shows to book a show was you call the venue over and over again. That was it. I didn't email the venue, stuff like that. So, yeah, I guess that's a little different.
Yeah.
But it's different for us too. We've evolved with it too, I guess. So, But yeah, it really doesn't come up that much. People have always asked us about that, when we were starting out, and I don't know what it is.
I think it's. I'm kind of an old lady for my age, and you all are a little immature for your age, and we kind of meet somewhere in the middle.
I think that I've always thought that musicians, it's kind of you're always hanging on to those younger years in a way, it's a fairly youthful, juvenile thing to do is to play music, all the time. So I think all musicians are a little immature at heart anyway. So it kind of evens out in the middle. Mm-hmm. We got a 19-year-old and a 36-year-old, but we're all kind of 22 at heart. So.
All right, well, let's talk about your new album. You guys recently signed to a Portland-based label. How did you guys get hooked up with Grey Day?
James and the label owner, Todd, had actually met on a message board. I believe it was the Saddle Creek message board, perhaps? 8 years ago, and they just became fast internet friends, and they'd always stayed in contact with each other, and Todd had always displayed an interest in our band, but we had never saw the opportunity arise where we could work with them until the past few months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we all met him for the first time when we were on tour summer 2008. We passed through Portland, and he came out to our show, and I think he'd known about the band up until that point, and he discussed with James a few times, if this is a band that you guys are gonna do as a serious thing, I might be interested in helping you guys out at some point because I think it's good stuff. And so when we finished up this record, we sent it to him, and he seemed very interested, and that's kind of just got the ball rolling pretty much. That was earlier this year. I think we signed with Grey Day in May. Mm-hmm. So.
Now, could you talk about the content of the new album? How does it differ from your self-titled?
The songwriting is more evenly split. I think John will be the first to admit that the first album is 80% him and then 20% the rest of us. Like you spend your whole life writing your first album. And so that was kind of that for him. And then the second time around, we all had a little bit more input. I had a lot more input as a structural songwriter. So you kind of see a song from two perspectives this time. Mm-hmm. And
it was a lot more collaborative. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like she said, a lot of those first songs I just demoed like almost all the parts by myself on the first record, and just sent the demos to the band like over email and just said, here's the song and we're gonna put it all together on Friday at practice or something like that. And that's kind of how that all worked. And then this time around it was finally a band. We actually had when we were writing the first record, we didn't even have a bass player.
Nope.
So we heard the songs a lot of the songs on that first record we heard for the first time ever with bass on the recording, so they'd never been played live or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, it was the difference of going from being sort of a studio project to a live band that has songs that you're working on too. So that, I mean, musically, that's sort of like the gist of the new record. It's more collaborative for sure. And then lyrically and stuff, it was a lot of Rachel and I being around each other all the time, writing lyrics together, writing the music together, and just that. Most of the songs came from Rachel and I collaborating first off and then bringing everything in. So.
Now, growing up, how did you guys get into music? Rachel, I know you have a very musical family.
Yes, I do. My brother's band, The Beast, was actually just on here, I guess, 2 weeks ago or something. And all of my siblings play instruments or they sing, and my parents met at music school, so I came up mostly from a classical background.
I'm the exact opposite. Nobody in my family plays anything, really. I think, my dad knows a couple of chords on the piano. My sister used to know a couple chords on guitar, and that's it. Not at all brought up in a music. It was never like, there was never a guitar in the house to like borrow and like play your dad's guitar. Like the first guitar in the house was my guitar when I was probably in like 6th grade. I think I just got into it because a buddy of mine, actually, Jeff Stickley from Hammer No More the Fingers, his older brother, I was in a band with him all throughout high school and middle school too. We jammed, and he had a guitar, and that was probably the first time I ever held an electric guitar, I think. So just like I fell in love with it, hanging out at the Stickley house pretty much.
John?
And yeah, John Stickley. And so yeah, he was like my buddy back then, and we just always would get together and jam and write stupid songs, and that's what got me going. I think it's a mix of things. I know Joe came up with like classical guitar and stuff like that, and Curtis sort of the same sort of thing. Like Curtis teaches guitar lessons, so he's very involved with that. James, like, I think the first thing he ever did was playing U2 covers in a band with his former bandmate. Yeah. Yeah, just for fun, Yeah, not everybody has a mic, so. But I'm trying to recount what I've heard before. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the backgrounds are all, like the ages, and like, I mean, like the music we listen to, we're all coming from really different places, but there's something that always meets in the middle that makes, what we do come out right, I guess.
All right, well, before we get back to the music, what is next for I Was Totally Destroying It?
So yeah, the CD just came out like 2 weeks ago. We just got back yesterday from a 2-week tour, promoting that all over the Midwest, and we're probably going to be doing some more in the coming year, going southeast and stuff like that. Hopefully, like you said, the label's out in Portland. We'd love to get back out there again and play for them. Yeah, just doing little quicker jaunts. Like I said, the 2-week tour we just finished up. We'll probably do more like 4 or 5 days at a time coming up. So that's finishing up the promotion of this record, but we're always really excited to get into the next thing with writing and stuff. So I think we're going to take like a month or so off at the beginning of the new year and then get right back into it with writing. And I'm kind of excited about seeing where it goes next, because we've talked a lot about not repeating ourselves like in the way we come up with music and stuff like that. Really trying out new approaches to writing songs as a group, and there's a few other interesting little things on the horizon that I probably shouldn't really talk about yet, but some collaborations with different sorts of media, trying to stay up with all the changing trends and the way music is marketed and stuff like that. So we might be crossing platform a little bit in some way. Yeah, that's a hint. I don't know. I don't know if I should like give a full thing, but yeah.
No, no, you should not.
Yeah. But probably a new album. We actually, when we were up in Minneapolis on this tour, we have this guy who really is interested in producing our next record, and we toured the studio with the engineer that he works with a lot up there in Minneapolis, and we fell in love with the studio. This place called Flowers Studio. So I think we're going to be going up there maybe like at the end of next year and record album number 3. We'll see.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear some tunes.
Cool. This next song is on the new CD, and it's called Caterwaul. So that song was on our brand new CD called Horror Vacui, which we just put out the other week on Grade A Records. And then this next one is an oldie. It's off our first CD, which we self-released back in 2007. And goes a little something like this in a moment. It's called My Favorite Haunt. So yeah, here's an oldie.
Gosh darn town, but we try to make the most.
So we're going to do a couple more. We really appreciate Jake having us here, the whole MVC 17 crew. This is a really cool place. We got the tour. Kind of looks like sports night.
Totally.
So I guess this next song is on a couple of releases that we put out. The first thing we did with our new label is we put out this special limited edition vinyl record, and we put this song on that, and it's also on our new CD as well. And it's called Done Waiting.
Sunshine sobered up, you come to reconcile. It was a bad, bad call and we started up, and it took a while for me to know, dear, how you ended up in my backyard. Such a shame, dear, the self-destruction of what you thought. I'm done waiting for something to be there. I'm done waiting for a new feeling. I think I liked you best when you were sleeping. You always talked, and never gave it a rest, and you're not worth keeping around. I'm done waiting for something to be there. I'm done waiting for a new feeling. And we're all here waiting for something to be there. I'm done waiting for a new feeling. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. So many flaws that don't add up to I'm done waiting for something to be there. I'm done waiting for a new feeling. And we're all here waiting for something to be there. I'm done waiting for a new feeling.
Well, all right. So I guess we're gonna do one more song, and I was totally destroying it. And we appreciate you guys tuning in and watching us on the website and all that stuff. So yeah, if you're interested in us, we play around the Triangle a whole lot, and we really appreciate you guys coming out and supporting us and supporting local music, because we have a great scene here, and we're really proud and happy and honored to be a part of it. So this is another one of those old ones. We're going to do a song off our first album. It's called Hey All Right.